welcome everybody to episode, what is it,
298.
That's the Faroe Islands.
The Faroe Islands. Shout out to the Faroe Islands. It's your country code today. There are not many of you. I believe there's only tens of thousands.
That many pharaohs.
Yes. Absolutely beautiful. You ever seen it? Any pictures of it? It's like a giant table and then just sea everywhere. And there's lots of cool whales and stuff.
Okay, sounds good.
Very far north, so shout out to the icy north. If you are from there, please leave a comment or go in the chat. I highly doubt there are.
Okay, yeah, but it's nice.
It's worth a shot. Yeah.
So we've got a lot to cover today.
Big time.
I'm sure you all know, a lot of things have been happening geopolitically recently. We've had the whole Venezuela thing. Things are still crazy in Iran, and it's affecting China in a big way.
Yeah, so I do want to say this. If you're here for the breaking information, we do have breaking information. In fact, we have 8 scenarios that could play out with Iran and China. And I'll say, if you were here last week with the Maduro thing, this is potentially much more important for China than what happened in Venezuela.
That's correct.
So this is one thing we've been analyzing all week. It's crazy. It's nuts. There's tons of potentials, and most of them are very bad for China.
Yeah, so you'll get that in the Soft Power Hour.
Yeah.
Until that time, though, we have a full show. We've got a lot of things to cover, so let's just jump right into it, saunter right into it, as one might say, with what's new. So I'm going to show you a couple of things to lighten the mood a little bit since it's been such a tough week.
Yes.
So, what's new, specifically with regards to China? So this guy's just randomly walking up to people on the streets and giving them
rock,
meat.
paper, scissors. If they win, yeah.
Okay. If they lose, he takes it back. Oh, she didn't want to give that back.
Because who wants to lose?
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's great.
It's pretty funny. Yeah.
So this is a take on Chinese checkers, okay? Chinese chess.
Yes.
This is something you'll see all over China, but I think these guys nailed it. Can you pause it if we look at the board? Do you think this is an improvement?
Definitely. Because
if
you lose, you drink, obviously, if you lose a piece.
So yeah, if you're listening, they got a chessboard out, and instead of chess pieces, they have basically little cups of baijiu, which is China's liquor.
Yes.
It's made out of sorghum. It tastes awful.
It's very strong. It's like paint stripper.
Yeah, some of it's up to like 70% alcohol.
Yeah. It's sitting around about 58% for the lower ones.
Yes, yeah. That's kind of like your par for the course, right?
What do you say in proof? That'll be what? Like
you just double it.
Okay, so just double 58. All right. One thing I'd like you to notice is the container that the cheap baijiu normally comes in. If you look in the back, it looks like cooking oil bottle. That plastic
it's like
jug.
a plastic jug.
Yeah. And you can buy gallons of this stuff.
Yes.
You can actually buy these massive crap plastic barrels of this stuff, and it's very cheap.
If you're an alcoholic, it's kind of a dream in China because you can get a barrel of the stuff for maybe a couple bucks.
Yeah, a couple dollars.
Yeah, but you'll die.
You know what I found very interesting is there's a brand of baijiu. It's called jiaogui, which means drunkard or alcoholic.
Alcohol.
And you would expect that be cheap, but it's a very well-known one. It's incredibly expensive for if you want to get the wino alcohol, you have to pay more.
Yes. It's kind of funny.
It is.
But anyway, what they do is instead of when you take their piece, you take their cup and they have to drink that. And I just assume the game just falls apart so quickly.
It has to.
Because a few of those and you will be drunk.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, it's incredibly strong.
So that game is probably just very funny to watch.
Oh, yeah. It'd be fun to play if you knew the rules.
If you knew the rules and you're good at drinking, you could probably win.
I'm terrible at drinking games. I always lose on purpose because I actually just want to drink, and I think the game's getting in my way.
I am going to lean to... I think you're true. You're true.
Okay. So, guys, we'd like to update you on China's high-tech robotics and what's been going on. So we all know they have these autonomous vehicles, delivery vehicles.
That is autonomous.
Yes, and that is autonomous. They're not very good. In fact, they have reportedly caused a lot of injuries and terrible things because they just don't stop. And we just wanted to...
Since when did China care about human life?
No, of course. We wanted to just show you some of the updates, okay? So this is in just a normal kind of outskirts of a big town, and someone's sitting there watching this thing come past. Let's see what happens.
It's saying be careful, the car's coming.
Yeah, be careful.
It's warning. Oh no. Wow.
So here are a couple of the autonomous vehicles.
Oh, they speak too?
Yes.
They're driving up. Pause that so we can explain what's happening there.
Yeah. In the rural areas, it's so frustrating. We've told you guys before, but if you're riding through the rural areas like we used to on motorcycles, the roads will sometimes just be completely covered in produce.
Yeah, in this case, corn.
Yeah, it could be corn, it could be chili peppers, whatever they need to sun dry. And they're not smart about it. They don't normally just do half the road. Sometimes they'll do the full road. Sometimes it's half so people can go around. But these things don't know. They just drive right over it. Yeah.
I don't care.
This thing's Tokyo drifting on those things. Take a look.
They lose track.
Yeah.
Was that going through cement?
Yep.
I love their sounds.
Yeah.
It's weird they speak Cantonese.
Yeah, I know. It's
Why
excellent.
why is it that the Chinese Roberts speak Cantonese? Are they mostly made in the south, in Guangdong?
I think the technology was originally stolen through a Hong Kong shell company.
Oh, so they probably put the chip in there that's ubiquitous, basally.
Yep, pretty
Is
much.
there a reason that they're so rude, though? Like, if you understood what they're saying.
If you had to be a robot in China, you'd be rude too. Yeah.
It's true. So you think they've gained enough sentience to protest
For
life?
sure.
Okay.
Anyway,
interesting.
all jokes aside, this is a genuine advert that you found for chairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So
For unbreakable chairs.
So they like to show, okay, this is like a really tough chair. You can
And it's cheap.
drive
right?
over it, it won't break
It's
and
like
stuff.
$6.
Yeah. So look, they have this truck driving over and it still survives, and then the fact is they left that in there. They left the guy, yeah, for sure.
It's in the ad.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you go to the listing for said product, this isn't eBay. This is like the Amazon.
Yeah, you can see this. He selected the video. Like you go take a look at the pictures and then there's a video.
Yeah.
This was the actual video. Why would you leave that in there?
Well, it shows the chair's strong.
It's strong, yeah.
The dude's maybe not.
Yeah, he's like eating shite over there, Anyway, so what is this? These guys buy.
So this is what is the Chinese version of Roomba called?
Well,
It's called Roomba now, isn't it?
China's actually
They bought it, right?
this is a cautionary tale for everyone. Like the Roomba was created and invented in America, okay? And it was invented, and everybody knows what a Roomba is.
Yeah, it's like a vacuum Robert.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chinese companies stole the technology, reverse engineered it, created their own versions of Roombas, and then they undercut the market. So they sell them much cheaper. So you get a much more feature-filled version for way cheaper. And in fact, because of that, Roomba has gone out of business and been bought up by Chinese companies.
Way.
Yeah.
I heard rumors of that.
That's
Roombas
true.
of that.
Yeah, Roombas are that. So it just shows you, you pour all this money into R&D, you invent and you create, and China can just come and steal your idea and undercut you in your own market, and you can lose out.
So that product you're talking about actually is just every story about a Chinese technology that
Every single Chinese technological product is it's based on something else. It's a stolen technology or some kind of license they bought it or whatever.
Yeah, I actually had a family member. This is back in the 90s even.
Yeah.
Worked for a lawnmower company.
Yep.
Stole all the tech because they were trying to do some manufacturing thing over there, and then made their own and undercut the entire company. Lost millions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works. It sucks.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is I guess they bought this cheap Chinese Roomba.
So yeah, there's different levels. Sorry, that was way.
Yeah.
There are different versions of Chinese Roomba type vacuums, right? And there's all different price levels. I mean, you could pay hundreds of dollars, but you could also pay $10, right? And this is what $10 gets you, like a mini version, right? Okay. So this guy was a little concerned. He goes, "Why isn't it sucking anything up?"
Let's take a look.
See, it's not picking anything up.
Yeah.
He's like, Well, let's check the actual vacuum part.
It's literally
Pause
just it's just a battery and oops.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just a battery and
the motor to move it around.
To move it around, yeah.
I mean, I guess it's probably supposed to be a toy.
Does that look like fun?
You know, you get mini things.
Would it be designed as such? I think it would be a car.
Yeah,
It's definitely a fake Roomba.
Yeah, it's a fake Roomba.
And it's definitely sold on one of those crap websites.
For
you know what I
sure.
mean?
This is interesting. So there's some kind of a thing happening in China because I've been seeing these videos pop up a lot.
Trough eating.
Yeah, where it's kind of like chic
Yeah.
to go and eat out of a pig trough.
Yeah.
I'm not even making that up. I'm not making that. You can see, look, this like fairly well prepared. There's an actual pig trough. And people are sitting around. Look, it's been made all nice.
In like a nice restaurant. But there's different levels.
It's like, dude, here, eat out of a trough. I don't know about you, but like, I think it's kind of insulting.
Bro, there's levels to this.
Yeah, I know there's levels.
We're going to go down.
But it's like, here's your food in a freaking pig trough. Enjoy.
It's a novel concept.
I mean, is it?
I think it's better if it was a real pig trough and it has miles on it. You know, it's like.
Well, that is. You can tell. Look,
know.
it's all like gross.
I don't think you can. Can you fully clean? I guess you boil anything. It's
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have the bacteria, but it's still got all the wear on it, you know, from the pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so pig trough chic is a thing. And
See, I told you there's levels to this.
There are levels to this. Actual pigsties have been converted into rural restaurants. So you can go out to the rural countryside and enjoy a meal inside of a pigsty.
So there's a phenomena we've been talking about on the patron show. We have a patron show on Monday. And that's the best way to support us, by the way. But we've been talking about this thing. It's called like Nongjiale.
Yes.
And they kind of started taking off like, I want to say 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's a place where Chinese people from the city can go pretend and LARP to be countryside people because they're like sick of the hustle and bustle. So you go out and they'll convert a pigsty into a restaurant, and it's kind of like a novel thing. It's like, oh, I'm out of this big city and the hustle and bustle. You know?
I can maybe get it. Like if you took like a nice old barn or a stable and you kind of gentrified it and you made it so that you sit there and you got like hay and all that and you sit and have a meal. But a pigsty, a concrete pigsty. I mean, I feel like you're really like self-deprecating at that point. You're like, I am literally sitting in a pigsty.
Just showing you the trends.
Yeah, I know.
No
I'm
judgment
just
here.
Yeah,
Little judgment here.
yeah, yeah. I like how thin those stairs are. I wouldn't
do a little weight reduction in the building.
I would not trust those at all.
Dude, that is so bad. So this guy's having a challenge.
Okay.
These are the decibel meters they put up in some Chinese cities to try to keep the noise down. I think they only always turn into a challenge.
Yeah.
They like literally.
I think they also have a cap because I once in Shenzhen, I took out I have like an audio recorder and I walked around and it has a decibel meter. It was way higher. The ambient sound was ridiculously high. I can't remember now what it was.
Sure.
I did make a video so I can find out. Sauna.
That instrument's called a swana. We covered that recently.
Yes.
In our patron show.
I love what this guy's doing. I mean, he's like doing some Bruce Lee stuff on that tree.
I mean, that's like on a cliff. He's doing push-ups on a tree. There's no barrier there.
Yeah, props. I mean, dude's brave.
It's cool.
Yeah. I guess. You know, I just realized he could probably just do that on the path.
Yes, but would he go viral on the internet?
No.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't do this at home.
No.
Also, don't breathe that air all the time.
Now, you might be wondering what's going on
what
here.
What the heck's that? You showing me a computer.
Yeah, it's Commodore 64. Oh. It's my Commodore 64. All right, we got a little word, guys. Check this out. Check it out. There are certain things that we just hold on to. Things that last us a lifetime. You know, trends change, new things come along, but these special things are timeless. Extra wallets are one of these things. Solid, dependable, and they'll never go out of style.
I'd hazard a guess that you guys have never been complimented on your wallet. Well, guess what? That all changed for me when I got an Extra wallet. As soon as I got an Extra wallet and I pulled it out at the supermarket or wherever line I was in, people would compliment me left and right. They loved how when I pushed the buttons, it was so cool that the cards fanned out. Something people could absolutely see and recognize was the absolute quality of Extra's materials. It feels so good in the hand. But not only is it classy, it's full of Extra's awesome technology like RFID blocking. Now Extra's even got a 100-day money-back guarantee, so there's absolutely no risk in trying it out. With all the different colors and materials, you'll be absolutely spoiled for choice with Extra's wallets.
Right now there's a New Year's sale up on Extra's website of up to 48% off. Guess what? If you go to partner.extra.com/The China Show and put in the promo code China20, you get an extra 20% off on top of the sale. So go to the link below or scan the QR code. Trust me, you'll love it. And now, back to the show.
Song I was playing.
Yeah, it's a very cool song, isn't it?
This is a cool song too. It's the Lack Farmer song. I gotta put my accent. It's the Lack Farmer song. Tell you what, guys, it's
Before you go into the Like Farmer thing, because everyone knows I can't stand the Like Farmer.
Sure.
But you know what I do stand a lot are Extra wallets. Thank you.
Them.
I stand Extra. No joke when I say I've been using my original Extra wallet from way back in the day, and it's held up.
Yeah, me
it's
too.
awesome. Love it. So thank you again. Check them out if you're looking for a gift in the new year.
Yep, well, it's Lack Farmer time, and you know what that
Sure.
means? All you gotta do is click that thumbs up button, because that means you're gonna seed the feed. When you seed the feed, it tells YouTube that you're interested in this video, and it tells other people that they should be interested too. It's very simple. All you gotta do is click that thumbs up button. And number two, if you could just do just a quick check, make sure you're subscribed. We had some people reach out. They said, hey now, why am I not subscribed anymore? I'm not getting any notifications. So make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Today's like goal, we're going to up it a little bit. 4,500 likes.
That many?
4,500. I have high hopes with you guys being fellow like farmers and seeding that feed. What do you think?
Well, yeah, please do it so that we can not have this again. Because if we don't hit it, you have to do this again, don't you?
That's right.
All right. Yeah, please.
right.
Please, everyone. Can't stand this nonsense.
Howdy.
Yeah. All right, cool. We're done. Let's move on. Thank you. Excellent. All right,
the
guys.
show.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
So, again, we like to just splash a little cold water on the faces of the general public when it comes to China and the society there. And there's a reason why we do this. There's a concerted effort by propagandists, the Chinese government, and these horrible, horrible shills that work for China to try and pretend as if China is a high-trust society. Mm-hmm. They've been trying for the longest time. But this does a massive disservice because it's incorrect. Mm. And, all Chinese people that you speak to will tell you that it's incorrect. Yeah. Like actual Chinese people that live in China, they know that it's dangerous to leave stuff lying out because it'll get stolen. Yeah. All right? Also, if you're a tourist going to China and you've been watching all of these shill videos that are like, oh, you can leave your wallet on the table, no one will take it, or you can... It's a lie. It's not true. You cannot do that.
Yeah, they're trying to change your mind for the people that aren't going to go.
Yeah, it's like, they'll never know the truth because they're never going to see it with their own eyes. So the reason we're showing this is not to like go, haha, look, all right? It's to say, be careful. There's a lot of problem with theft in China, and it goes down to the most petty levels. I just wanted to show you how petty.
Yeah, this is just more fun.
This is hilarious. Yeah, this is fun. I guess. So,
it's fun.
You got this little sort of auntie over here. She walks up to that stack of plastic chairs, and she's like, what am I going to do with these? Should I take one? Should I take two? I'll just take them all. Stupid cone, get the hell out of my way. Where's the little cart? You cut it off.
I didn't cut anything off.
Yeah, you did.
This is your media pack.
Did I cut? I doubt it.
I literally didn't touch this.
Okay. Well, she loads it in her little cart and rides away.
Nice.
So yes, successfully stolen a stack of chairs. Over here, this woman, she's like, ooh, look, a chair.
Very annoying.
Oh, I mean, it's the sounds of China, dude.
True, but not too much.
Yeah.
Let's not have too much.
Okay. So she's got her collaborator over there. She's like, I'm going to do something, Just keep an eye out. Make sure no one comes, I guess. Why would you steal that chair, by the
Where are you
way?
getting all these chair clips?
I don't know.
Why is there chair thief?
Well, I mean, I like the fact that there's multiple camera angles of her stealing the chair. Just like nonchalantly steals a restaurant chair and walks home with it.
So much concrete. I
So,
hate it.
I'm sorry, if someone's going to steal a freaking chair, if there was a wallet or a laptop or anything sitting on that table, you think they wouldn't take that?
No, of course they will.
Yeah, just saying. Now, this is all from this month, by the way. So now these guys, they went to like a little rest stop. They went to the bathroom,
Okay.
right? Now, she just put a bucket in the car,
Okay.
which was in the bathroom.
Okay. Ew, those bathrooms are gross.
Well, I mean, it's a usable bucket, right? And so
You have to ride around with a toilet bucket in your car.
well, better yet, like, you know, you may as well take the whole set. So she's calling her husband over. It's like, quickly, did you get it?
I can smell that bathroom in the back of my mind.
Yeah. So like, did you get it? So yep,
Oh,
got the mop.
no, it's gross. You know, that's all for all the pee everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So they stole the mop as well. Yeah. Anyway,
Why do you have an LMA vegetable picture?
we've covered this topic before.
Okay.
But maybe there's some new audience that don't know because there's a bunch of new clips I wanted to show you.
Oh, okay.
So you know how when you're a professional photographer and you need to do an advert for like a fast food restaurant or like a grocery store or something.
Yeah.
You take these beautiful photos with water droplets on the vegetables to show how fresh they are. Okay. Well, guess what? China's pretty sophisticated when it comes to this because they're kind of ahead of the game. They've been doing this for a long time, making sure that the vegetables look fresh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think I know what you're getting at.
Yeah. So just a couple of examples here. You know, you sprinkle. You know, oh, it looks so wonderful, so fresh, little water droplets
Fresh
everywhere.
like a Xinjiang apple.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is what's going on in China to achieve the same effect.
Why are they gonna spin it?
It's easier.
Sprinkle it.
Yeah, takes less effort.
So fresh.
Yeah, so just so you know, that's how they keep it fresh. So, and look, I'll be honest with you, buying produce from a wet market or wherever in China is so risky. You don't know where it's been grown.
No.
Because, you know, like we used to do it all the time. Our wives used to do it. We used to do it when we were in China. Is, you know, you can either go to a big chain supermarket and, I don't know, maybe you're kind of okay buying stuff that you don't really know where it comes from. But
Not produce.
yeah, but usually in your little area, everyone's little Shaochu, the little neighborhood, there'll be a wet market. You know, that's where the Wuhan virus spread from and stuff, is a wet market, right? Because it all went
Spread
there.
from,
Yeah,
yeah,
spread
it
from. That's not where it
started,
came
yeah,
from.
good.
That's where it spread.
Yeah.
It's because everyone goes there every day to buy their fresh produce. So you go there and you're buying your fresh, you're looking at the vegetables, the meat, you like, pick it up. Oh, I want this, I want that. But you don't know where it comes from. It could be grown in a radioactive waste dump around the corner. You just don't know.
Yeah.
And you know, they use all these other like weird practices to make it look greener. They'll like dye it, you know, they'll inject the meat with water to make it bigger. Or
There's always
something.
scandals all the time.
Yeah, the spitting on the stuff to make it look fresh. So it's just kind of gross,
Yeah.
you know.
Truly.
Yeah.
Truly.
Now, this is pretty ingenious, though.
Well, this is something we covered a little while ago, but it's happening a lot more. I think people are getting inspired from the clips.
yes.
So when you buy vegetables or meat or anything, they're going to weigh it.
yes.
And that weight is going to be how much you pay.
Correct.
So some of the older lost generation, as they're called, the people that kind of grew up under Mao, they don't like to waste money.
No, you're not going to waste money if you don't have to.
So what they're doing is biting the rind / the stems off of vegetables.
Like the bits that you're not going to eat anyway.
Yeah, the parts that you're not going to eat to make it weigh less.
Yeah, you can take a look. They're like breaking it off, biting it off.
Like, that's dead weight.
Yeah, I don't need to pay that like 0.01
It's
cents.
gonna be-
She's even weighing it, like, you know, she's got
It's
a little
going to
scale.
be so negligible.
Yeah, it will literally be 0.0 cents.
Yes, it
Yeah,
will.
but it is becoming a thing.
You're so gentleman, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Xiaoban Ho.
I should be, you know, since I'm, you know, from British heritage.
Ah, yes. Oh, yes, I see.
And we're saying that because it's a stereotype. in
Yeah, so we
China.
covered stereotypes in China of other countries. So
Yes.
it's what do Chinese people think of other countries, and we ranked them based on how much China likes that country, all the way down to the country that's
should we
hated
show the
most.
example?
Let's have a look.
Yeah, this is what you missed on Monday if you're not part of Shaban Ho. I will turn it up. English are very gentlemen. And that's something I heard right from the get-go when I got to China.
Yeah.
Not one person ever said anything nice about India.
They like that they're strong and brave. This can show you how powerful Chinese propaganda can be. Canada should be our enemy, but they're not because they have no presence.
He's there to steal chickens. He's a chicken thief. They're like, yes, you're our friend.
So New Zealand people smell like grass. They're being influenced deeply by Korea.
Why do we have to go through every individual Scandinavian country, but Africa just is like one?
Because that's how China sees the world.
结婚，结婚，结婚，结婚，结婚，结婚，结婚，结婚，结婚，结婚。
So that was a very interesting episode. We don't want to give away the ranking.
Oh, yeah. No, you gotta
if you want to see where your country comes in on that ranking and also what Chinese people are stereotypically saying about your country, you definitely want to check that out.
Yeah.
We also did for a lot of the countries, we managed to find some stereotypes about how Chinese people think they smell.
Yes.
So as you saw a little teaser there, they think New Zealand people smell like grass.
Yes.
There's
What
also
country was it that smelled like wind?
wind, Iceland.
Oh, that's right. yeah.
Wind.
Yes.
How does wind smell?
Well, if you break wind.
Yeah, I know. That's like 1950s grandpa jokes over here.
sure.
Break wind.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
whoopee cushion, it says a real Bronx cheer. What the hell? I never understood what that meant. It says it on the whoopee cushion.
Oh, does it?
What is
I
a
don't-
Bronx cheer?
I have no idea. It sounds
Such a
bad.
lame old joke.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, did you see that little clip at the end there?
Yeah.
Jehun.
Yeah, Jehun. Jehun.
You'll have to watch to see what
Yeah.
that's truly
Dystopian.
yeah. Dystopian's the right word. You're gonna want to check it out. Number 2, the best way to support us is Xiaoban.
Yes.
It's to go over. You get 184 episodes we've done. It's
Yep.
amazing. We've done all kinds
Super,
of stuff there.
super fun. Of course, listen, we understand it's a big ask, so only if you have the means. But if you would like to head on over, we've got the live tier where it's $20 a month, but you get it live. You get to join every other thing we do.
Yep.
We have the half price tier, which you get the show immediately after it's live. We release it for the $10 tier, and then $5 gets you in there. You're part of the Discord, all sorts of other little bonuses and features and so on. So we'd love to see you there, obviously only if you have the means.
Number 2, I said number 2 before. Number 3,
Yes.
you can send a subscription as a gift. Unfortunately, you can't do the $10 tier as a gift because it's like a limited thing. It doesn't let you do it.
Oh, okay.
You can do the other ones. If you know someone that would benefit from a membership and would like to see our Monday show, because remember, if you like the China show, you're going to love our Monday show.
Yeah.
A Monday show is like the China show, but more unhinged.
Yeah. We show you things that we can't normally show.
Yeah, exactly.
We show you things that get the videos demonetized and all
that
that.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in that, you can gift it to someone. You can get it for yourself. Again, the best way to financially support what we're doing. It's tough to survive.
And we appreciate each and every one of you. Even if you don't help us on Patreon, we really appreciate all of you anyway.
We do.
All right, time to continue with the show, guys.
Yes, sir.
Bollard.
Oh!
Bollard.
It's Ballard Report.
Yes.
Real quick, I gotta set this one up.
Okay.
Because YouTube gets all sensitive. The woman does get hit with a bollard, you'll see.
Okay.
But she is completely fine.
Yes, there's
relax.
actually no injuries, guys. There's no injuries.
It might look alarming. It's fine.
Yeah.
So stop it.
This
But
is
incredible.
this is a very normal kind of a restaurant that you'll see people sitting chilling there, having a conversation, just sitting around. No one's actually eating. Have you noticed?
Well, they're just wasting time.
Yeah.
They could be guazi.
Yeah.
But I don't see any guazi.
No, you'd
That's
see
sunflower
piles on
seeds.
the floor, wouldn't you? Okay, so
It's
anyway,
not on the ground, by the way.
those are little feet stickers to show you how to walk in. You know what I mean?
Why
You
do
know,
you need to know how to walk?
well, it's just like come this way. You know,
Okay.
you know that type
I
of thing.
suppose the other door that doesn't exist.
Yeah, well, it's just one of those things, you know.
Sure.
Anyway, let's see what happens. I will actually get us out of here for this. You have to see this for yourself.
This is great.
That's crazy.
Woo, see, she's completely fine.
Yeah.
She just
Everyone's
got
fine.
bumped. She got bumped.
Yeah.
She's totally fine.
Yeah, everyone's fine.
That is. So what happened there? Can we see the bollard part?
Yeah, I'll rewind
Is that the
it.
driver?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I just want to see that very
Oh
moment.
yeah. Here comes the bollard. So
Bollard.
these bollards aren't very effective, are
Yeah,
they?
that's what I was trying to show.
Okay, so you see,
Oh yeah, so hear it screeching.
the car hits the bollard. Okay, normally that would stop a car if it was a real bollard. If it was actually like
Fixed
properly,
to the ground.
yeah, you're supposed to like build it into like drive it down
Yeah.
into the ground, not just like put it there.
It's not supposed to be a rolling bowling.
No, exactly. And the car is literally rolling. Knocks the table over, sends everyone flying.
That's crazy.
Car comes in, gives it a little tap.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Everyone's out. Everyone's good.
What a bollard.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the driver gets out. It's like, oh, I think I made a mistake.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
It's not a road. It's clearly a parking lot, right?
Yeah, well, obviously there's a road and she just didn't turn or couldn't.
Yeah.
So just went straight, hit the bollard. It's pretty intense, that one, though.
Goal.
Yeah, goal, exactly. Reich, right? Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm all good.
The bollards are causing more damage than not.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I'd say.
I think the bollards are causing more damage than before they put them up.
I agree. It's pretty intense.
Yeah. I don't
So-
think we need to watch
No,
this
it
the
just
rest
goes
of this.
on and on and on and on. Oh,
Then
someone's coming.
they come back to check it out.
They're like, is everything good? She's like, I think so.
Like,
Bollard.
Yeah,
That's your bollard report.
report is done.
What do we got today?
Oh, we've got China's weekly fire report. It's not a week in China without a major destructive fire. And this is something that seems to be skipped over.
It does. Why
Remember-
is that?
It's strange. Guys, again, we have to pose this question every time. If a major factory in your town burnt down, let's just say you live in
exploded.
Idaho or something,
Yeah.
and there's a factory there that makes MacGuffins, and it burns to the ground, like massive.
No more MacGuffins.
Pretty sure that'll be on national news.
At least national news.
Yeah, it'll be on national news.
Right. In a big factory.
And if it's a big factory, it'll definitely be international news. Like China will be going like, look, America is so unsafe, burn things. You know, they keep going on about that one Ohio trail derailment or
Yeah,
something
the
to this
one.
day.
And then no one
with the
died.
chemical spill.
yeah.
You know, that's what I'm saying is that normally it's major. But
China had 50 plus in 1 year.
Yeah.
Big one.
huge. So let's just show you what's been burning in China this past week.
Okay. Yeah, you've been tracking this week, right?
So now this, take a look. Those are e-bikes exploding in the background.
Okay.
See how they're going up there?
That's in Shanghai, huh?
Yeah, that's in Shanghai. Pudong
Yeah.
Road, yeah. So
It's a main area.
yeah. There's a place where people park their e-bikes at the back there,
Okay.
and you can actually see them all on fire over there. Again, remember, Chinese e-bikes, and this is a little bit of insight I've got for you, by the way. I helped a company in Colombia import e-bikes into Colombia.
Okay.
They saw my videos. This is many years ago,
Yeah.
like maybe
I vaguely remember that.
15 years ago or something.
Yeah.
They saw me in my videos. I was messing around with e-bikes. I was modifying them and stuff. So they reached out to me and they were like, we want to import these into Colombia. They came over. They met me. I took them around, showed them the factories. I translated for them. I helped them get like everything sorted and they were, taking. During that entire time, I went to a lot of e-bike factories and they had this interesting situation where they would have like a caged off area and there'd be batteries piled on the floor. And they would have, these are batteries for export and these are batteries for the domestic market.
Interesting.
And the ones for the domestic market were garbage. Like they were not properly quality controlled. They were just slapped together. They looked terrible. They're like recycled bits and pieces. It was really bad. Then the export ones that they send overseas because they don't want to like make China look bad or something were the ones that their highest quality. They were still bad, but they were still their highest quality. So they had this like dual thing, and you notice that in China a lot
Yeah,
too.
it's
like
so
a-
self-defeating.
Yeah, there's like a
You name any product, like the domestic version's very bad.
Yes.
Like they might make a dryer, like a laundry
Yes.
dryer, right? No one uses those in China, by the way.
Yeah.
But when you rarely saw one, the same brand that's in China is truly abysmal.
It's so
like
much
you need
worse.
to repair it every week.
It's with everything. Remember, beer like Qingdao has an
Yeah.
export version.
much better.
And it's more expensive. You can only get it in special stores, even though it's a Chinese beer.
Or you get it in American restaurants,
Yeah.
right? So if you've had Qingdao and you say, hey, I don't mind that beer at all, it's pretty good. Well,
Yeah.
You're not drinking what people are drinking.
Nope.
You're not drinking what we were drinking.
Nope,
Yeah,
nope.
it's not the same.
So I mean, look, I think a lot of that still is going on to this day. But still, Chinese e-bikes and lithium-ion batteries are still causing house fires the world over, like all those little e-scooters. Because here's the problem: because of these weird, shifty things like Temu and Shein and all these like shop dripping, drop shipping, shop dripping,
Shop dripping,
because
too.
like it's dripping as shops. The shops just drip.
There's holes in the
yeah,
roof.
exactly. So drop shipping, because of that, they don't follow those rules anymore. Because now they will send you the local domestic junk one.
Yes.
Because it's not going through inspections. It doesn't have to
Yes.
pass quality control or
Yes.
the port or anything. It just goes straight in. So you're getting these junk battery ones, and they're catching fire and burning down homes in Australia and the UK and the US and all this kind of stuff.
Yes.
So this is just a result of that. Junk Chinese e-bike, self-immolating, catches everything else on fire. That's what this is all about, this particular one. This happened just a couple days ago, like 2 days ago. That's the same thing.
Okay.
Strangely enough, on the same day, on the 14th as well, this residential building also caught fire in Shanghai. So, yeah, there's that. No fatalities, just some smoke inhalation injuries. People went to hospital. They were okay.
Okay.
But that's still pretty scary.
Yeah, of course. Fire's a fire, though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure there's some factory stuff I see.
Oh, yeah. We got factory fires. Don't worry. It's not just residential. It's not just e-bikes. We got some
kind of like building up in a way.
Yeah. This guy, a very effective firefighter over there.
Hey, I think he got that.
Yeah, he's
one.
getting something. He's putting out a bush or something down there.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Then really far away.
This is in Dongguan.
This is a factory, right?
Yeah, it appears to be a factory or a warehouse, one of the two.
Yeah, a warehouse factory.
And that's a pretty big fire,
Wow,
as you
yeah.
can tell. That's like that thing's gutted.
Wow.
And what's interesting about this one, as you'll see in a little while, is the firefighters obviously had to go refill their fire engine.
Wasn't it in Dongguan where the fire hydrants were fake?
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that it?
Yeah, but it's not just Dongguan, all over the country.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, we did report on one where there were fake, fire hydrants. So obviously there is a problem with the fire hydrants right next to this factory thing. Okay,
Yeah.
so they had to go like a neighborhood over,
Okay.
which you'll see in a little bit here. It's
Wow,
just
yeah,
more-
that is a factory warehouse for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the manufacturing capital of China.
Yeah,
so it makes
Dongguan is where all
sense.
your shoes come from.
That's where everything
Yeah,
comes from.
yeah, pretty much. It's an interesting place, pretty apocalyptic during the winter.
Pollution is
Yeah, so bad. Yeah, sorry. I'll turn that down. That's unnecessary. Yeah, it's just annoying. Anyway, it's coming. I promise you. There's just a lot of footage
just
of this
taking it all
particular
in.
thing.
We're
Yeah,
just taking it all in.
Yeah, you just got to there's people are like, ooh, let's get multiple angles of this.
I think
Some
there's probably
multicam
different
shoot.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they were a little bit shocked that a massive factory warehouse is gone.
Yeah, here you go. Look, the fire engine's obviously trying to fill up, but look, the hose broke loose.
It looks like a snake.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be laughing.
Yeah,
because I hope they
of
put it
course.
out, but-
No, hopefully no one actually got injured in this. But I'd like to ask the professional firefighters out there: is that a usual thing to happen?
I feel like it's got to be, right?
Yeah.
Those things are powerful.
Yeah, but I mean, also look how far away they had to go to get the water because obviously it's
Yeah.
not working close to the site.
That sucks.
Yeah. Now this is another one that happened on the 15th.
Wow.
As well.
That's a factory as well.
Yes, it's a factory, and the exact location of this, it's a bit up for debate, but we were talking about this, but it's a factory in, looks like it's western China,
Yeah,
northwestern
they're
China.
claiming it's Ningbo.
Yeah, this doesn't look like Ningbo to
This
us.
doesn't look anything like Ningbo. It is in China. we can
100%,
confirm,
100%, yeah. And it did happen this week.
Yeah.
The exact location, sorry, we haven't nailed it down yet, but
Yeah. Definitely in China, though.
Yeah.
And that was a big factory. The dialogue in the video says it is a
Yeah,
factory.
exactly. Yeah, because we translated it. Again, when you have these big factory fires, like you saw that one in Dongguan, where this looks like a whole
This
city
is
block
huge.
is on fire.
This is huge.
Why is there no news about it?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know. It's very weird.
And it's super hard to find out details. We did confirm. We always try to confirm these things to make sure.
Make sure
we
they're
did.
real and that kind of stuff.
We did
yeah.
confirm, like the Dongguan's one is real. All of these are real. We did confirm, and we can find people posting about them on the Chinese internet. But it's very rare that you get some kind of official report.
Yeah. It's just crazy that there's been like 50 plus
Yeah,
in like a year span.
exactly.
Big ones.
It's like imagine like a GM factory burned down or something.
It's
You'd
crazy.
hear about it.
It'd be like in history.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Anyway.
Propaganda. This is where we take apart China's propaganda. The biggest propaganda campaign right now is very interesting.
Yes.
It's called the Kill Line. You guys might have heard about this on the news, but it's called America's Kill Line. Can you explain that? Or
Sure. A kill line is if you're playing a game,
Mm-hmm.
China's society these days, everybody plays games. Everybody's tied into their phones.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way it works. But when you're down to your last hit point and you're just about to be killed, that's called the kill line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So their idea
But you're
behind
still
the kill line.
alive, but you're almost.
They say America's on the kill line, like one unexpected bill,
Yeah.
one little mishap, and you're done.
You're homeless.
Yeah, you're homeless. So it's
and the
basically
economy's
like,
gonna die.
your car, suddenly the engine has a problem, you have to get it fixed, and that's unexpected. Now you just can't continue. You're going to end up homeless.
Yes.
So they're basically saying everyone's on a kill line.
So it started as, and I'll give you a little insight into this. It started as what I suspect, a very unnatural series of social media posts in China. And what they would do is show hours and hours of compilations of homeless people in America.
Yes.
And instances of poverty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these were getting signal boosted like I should say are getting signal boosted like crazy. If you go on Douyin or Chinese internet, all they're doing is showing American poverty, and they're saying this kill line thing. And it's definitely being picked up by some blogs from the state as well, from the Chinese state. So this has become like a propaganda point, main propaganda point for the Chinese government, because they say, hey, there's a lot of things happening in China where people are very, very, very poor and they're suffering.
Yeah.
The economy is getting worse. Geopolitically, they're faltering massively on the world stage.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing they want to do is have people talk about that.
Yes.
So if you point out that America, the world leader,
Yes.
is having these problems, then all of a sudden your problems don't really exist.
You know what actually annoys the absolute crap out of me is this idea that homelessness in America is a big deal. Okay, of course it's a problem. Of course it's a big deal. But I've had American people and people that just like observe America because it gets boosted so much try to tell me that, you know, America's got this massive homeless problem. I'm from South Africa. Like if you walk out of your door, there are homeless people. If you go drive to the traffic light, there are street kids huffing glue. There are real homeless people. There's poverty. There's shanty towns. It's like America's homeless problem is like a little pinprick compared to most of the world. In fact, everywhere you go, in China included, we saw homeless people everywhere and poverty everywhere. You know, like in America, you have a homeless problem, sure. But compared to anywhere else that I've lived in the world, it's a tiny little thing. But because it gets so much focus, because so many people make documentaries about it, every news broadcast puts
freedom of media.
Yeah. Every single enemy of America or adversary of America, I should say, hyper boosts this. It makes it look as if this homeless problem in America is the greatest homeless problem in the entire world.
History.
Ever in the universe. Like aliens out there are like, holy crap, America's got a problem. Meanwhile, in actual reality, it's nothing.
Compared to the poverty
It's
of the developing world.
nothing. I mean, I go to the major cities here and you see drug addicts hanging around, you see homeless people, and they're there, and it sucks, and it looks bad, and it's not nice, but it's not a huge problem if you compare it to other places.
Developing world,
where
not
like
a chance.
you've got children on the street. I went to India. Entire families sleeping rough on the side of the road in absolute filth everywhere you go. And I walked around in not a big city. At nighttime, you go out there. There are literally dudes lying randomly on the roads and everywhere. That's homelessness. Where I'm from, there's real homelessness. So I get kind of annoyed with this because America does not have a homeless problem. You know, in comparison to everywhere else, it's minor. It's horrible, but it's minor. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I don't want to keep going on about this, but you know, you get those people and they just complain about things a lot.
For sure.
And it's like,
Well,
oh
it's ABP,
man, I got a
dude.
cramp in my leg. Meanwhile, that other dude's amputated.
It's ABP.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's exactly this.
Always got to be the worst. America's got to be the best at being the worst.
Yeah, exactly. America's going to be the best at being the worst.
Bring this. I liked your side. That's great. Bring this back to China. They're using this as political fodder to. It's dangerous because they know that Chinese people are talking about this amongst themselves, like how bad life is getting.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a pressure release valve, and they do this, and you can actually copy paste this across China. They don't let you protest. So you're not allowed to protest. You go to jail. But once in a while, if things are getting too bad, they'll let people protest against Japan.
Yes.
It's a pressure release valve. Economic situation is getting so bad, unemployment's through the roof in China. Things are getting so bad, but people aren't allowed to talk about it. You can't even talk about the price of eggs on the Chinese internet. You get blocked.
Yeah.
Right? Hugely censored country. Not a free country. No freedom of speech.
Yes.
But they know that the pressure's building. Pressure release valve. Well, let's have a bunch of social media influencers release about how bad America is. Because then the hope is pressure release valve. Oh, actually, even that rich country over there in the West that is supposed to lead the world, they're bad too. Then you don't think about yourself anymore. Yeah. Right. So I wanted to show some reality. Okay. Yeah. Reality always is necessary, especially when no one's countering this stuff.
For sure.
So a lot of good articles out there. Why China is suddenly obsessed with American poverty. Great article, by the way. I just want to read this little blurb from it. I think it's very important. And this will put everything into such clear perspective.
Sure.
Would you like to read this?
Sure. Economic insecurity remains widespread in China. Some 600 million people, or about 40% of the population, make about $1,700 a year.
A year, guys. Not a month.
By the way, this is properly cited. This is from the New York Times, was it?
Yes. This is proven. This
Dude.
is from Chinese statistics, guys.
40% of the country.
Yes. 600 million people.
Remember that, guys.
Americas.
So half of the country.
Yes.
We've said this for the longest time because we know China. We've been around China. As soon as you get out of the big cities, the majority of people out there are incredibly poor. And it's a huge portion of the country. $1,700 a year. What does that work out to per month?
So you do it per year. So you're under $100 a month.
Yeah.
You're like $100. So that's like $120, $130 a month.
Yeah, I'd like to ask everybody out there if they think that's a sign of prosperity. If you are living on $100, $120 a month, can you?
China is, by the way, not a cheap country.
You know,
China's not India.
You know what really annoys me are these slovenly gits like those guys that are on doing their thing on Twitter and stuff saying like, China's homeless people, they've got like houses built for them and all this.
Yes.
And you look at the people that are making these posts, it looks like they're 10 meals ahead and 20 shits behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're massive. They're just gobbling down the McDonald's and they're having a great time of it. One of their meals costs more than these people make an entire year. You know what I mean? And it makes me mad because the propagandists that are doing this stuff, they are
Yeah, like
so...
1 month of their meals is like their year's
no.
salary.
One meal. Dude, you think they don't spend $120 on a meal? Oh, sorry, no. I mean, a month, yeah.
I was like, whoa,
okay,
dude.
yeah, okay. One of their
sure.
meals is like a
For
month's
sure.
salary
Like
for...
a nice dinner will cost $100-something bucks,
Yes,
for sure.
100%. One of their meals costs the same as what 40% of the country makes in a month.
In a month.
In a month.
And they have to
Yeah.
spend money on electricity.
Yes.
They have to charge their e-bike to get to work.
Mm-hmm.
They have to buy food for their
Yeah.
children. And guess what? Tuition for public school, which you guys in America don't have to pay for. I guess you could
Yes.
say you pay through your taxes.
Yeah.
Chinese people have to pay the tuition directly.
Yeah, you have to
You
pay
don't
money.
get free public school in China.
You don't get free healthcare.
So you have children. You're
Mm-hmm.
a mother and father with children, paying for their tuition, food, housing.
Yep.
By the way, housing in China is astronomically expensive. I did a video on my channel if you ever want to see. There was this propaganda campaign going around about how little things cost. I broke down apartment costs. I went to real estate ads. I went to supermarket ads, and I proved that food in America is actually cheaper in the
It is.
supermarket.
It is.
If you boil it down.
Think about it
In the
this.
cities.
Think about this quickly. You see these influencers and they go to China and they're like, "Whoa, look at this!
Yeah.
I can stay in this hotel. It only cost me $100 a night." Bro, if your entire monthly salary is $120, that's your entire monthly salary
For your family.
for one night in a hotel.
family.
These guys are like, "Oh, this meal only cost me $30.
Yeah.
That'll cost me $100 in the States." Dude, if you're earning $120 a month, $30 is like pretty much a quarter of
It's
your
very
salary.
insulting. Remember there was that was he Chinese American or Chinese Canadian? I can't remember. That comedian guy,
that
Jimmy
guy.
or something.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Jimmy Yang, I think, or Yang
so like
something.
that,
like
yeah.
that.
He did this video and he's sitting in like a polluted ass apartment. This
Mm-hmm.
is like the sky's all polluted in Beijing. He's talking about how cheap everything is and how safe it is. And it's like, dude, it's so insulting to half the freaking country that you're
Because you're like a millionaire. You're
Yeah.
well off.
dude, you're just half the country that's living on $100 a month for their whole entire family.
I know.
What are you doing?
Exactly.
That's very insulting.
It is.
So I thought this is great just to throw, I don't want to rant too much, but just throw a little freaking cold water on this. Is that appealing to you? $1,700 a year, guys?
Yeah, I'm going to just finish this off. It says rural pensions often amount to only $20 or $30 a month. And a serious illness can send families into financial crisis. Remember, that's always something they say about America. It's like, and it's true that one of the leading causes of bankruptcy is like a medical
Absolutely.
emergency.
No one said it was
By
good
the way,
here.
yeah, the American healthcare system can go like jump in a lake. It sucks. It's expensive. But
Great
it's
healthcare,
Yes.
but
Oh,
bad-
best
bad
healthcare, best
price.
healthcare in the world. Best healthcare in the world, no doubt. But it's too expensive.
It is.
Thing is, in China, it's the same because you always have to work in scales, right? If you're earning $120 a month and you try to go get something and they charge you like, say, $1,000 to fix a problem, you're done.
You're not getting cancer surgery for less than tens of thousands
Yes.
of dollars.
And we've
In China.
experienced this. Yeah, I've had Chinese family that had to go for expensive cancer surgery. Even a broken leg can basically put people into bankruptcy. It's crazy. It's the same deal if you wanted to compare
It's
it.
worse. And I'll tell you why, just
Yeah.
to cap this off, especially for medical care. We've covered
Yeah.
this in depth. We broke down hospital costs for every illness from small to large.
Yeah.
In China, it's prohibitively expensive.
Yes.
The care is poor.
Yes.
And the problem is
You have to
that-
bribe as well.
Yes, to get good care. But the problem is in America, you could go technically to an emergency room,
Yes.
not advocating this.
Yeah.
You could go to an emergency room, I don't have an ID or whatever. They still have to treat
They
you.
will treat you.
They have to treat you. In China, you have to pay first or you're left to die on the curb.
Yeah, you have to pay before you get your
They
doctor's
won't
appointment.
touch you.
Yeah,
Right.
it's true.
So just keep that in mind, right?
Yeah, let's carry on. That fear of running out of money is one reason China has among the world's highest household savings rates. But such pressures are portrayed as part of the culture of endurance and responsibility that leaves families prepared to overcome unpredictable life events. Yeah. So again, just to put things into perspective, when China starts pointing fingers and saying that other people are, on the kill line, everyone's impoverished, this is the reality. These are really homeless people in China. We've seen them with our own eyes. It is a huge issue. The way it's dealt with is different. The Chinese government will come and fire hose the homeless people out of there. They do pick them up.
Doesn't mean they don't exist.
Yeah, they send them off to like rural areas. They kick them out of the cities, but they're still there. They exist.
And they come back and they're old and they're young and they're all across the board. It sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. And it's very insulting when you get people trying to say that it doesn't exist.
Yes.
We wanted to show you a truck stop.
Yeah,
just to lighten the mood a little bit here. Because you know what, like we get asked a lot, we traveled around China a lot, right? So now when you're going through the rural areas, you don't really get on, you're not allowed, if you're on a motorcycle like we had, you're not allowed on the freeways, on the highways. So we would go through the rural areas. This is what it looks like on a freeway truck stop.
like a nice area.
So, when you're on the interstate in America and you pull in at a rest stop, we're going to do a comparison. This is what you'll see. All right. Instant noodles are very popular, as you can see them here, right? This is what you can expect to see.
Utter chaos.
Yeah.
Must be nice to live in a real country.
See, there's the electric vehicle charging stations.
Yep.
Oh,
there's
and this is an American rest stop. I filmed this myself.
Must be nice.
Oh, yeah. Look, there's Dairy Queen, Pizza Hut, all these nice restaurants.
Bathrooms are the worst part of the Chinese one.
Oh, they're rough.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you'll get your life scared. Your soul will leave you for a
Yes.
little while.
Yeah, exactly.
You get it back later, but it'll leave you when you're in there.
Oh, I love that there's showers, a theater, a barber, yeah, a
Chiropractor.
dentist, a public laundry. Okay. I recently did a cross-country road trip with a Chinese friend of mine, and she was very impressed at America because of the rest stops. Because the rest stops are awesome. You know, some of them are a bit crappy in comparison to the others, but all of them at least, all of them at least have toilet paper in them. They're all cleaned regularly. They have vending machines, stuff like that. Free Wi-Fi in a lot of them. Obviously, places you can charge and relax. Very nice. And
This is a truck stop, right?
yeah, it's a truck stop.
Most of them in China are truck stops as well.
Yes.
They have that truck area.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't know why this footage is here.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because these are tourist areas.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So there's a big scandal going on right now. Is a lot of foreigners are going to the rate of travel is not super high, but compared to around COVID time, more people are going to China. Like
Because they got that
Americans,
visa-free
Japanese.
thing, yeah.
And they're just getting very appalled at what they're seeing because it's just when you go to the tourist areas, and we can vouch for this. The reason we avoided tourist areas is there's just mountains of garbage everywhere.
And also crowds are insane.
And scammers and all kinds of stuff. So you just get people hucking garbage. There's piles of garbage everywhere.
There was never a campaign in China to shame people for littering.
Yeah.
There was, in the 70s, there was a big campaign in Hong Kong because it was the same issue. Like there was a big problem in Hong Kong with littering too. And they made this like shaming campaign. They had this like mascot that was called the litter bug. Yeah. And it would dress up in this mascot outfit. And if somebody like threw something down,
British campaign.
They would actually go shame them. The litter bug would go and like dance around them and like sing a song.
Kind of harmless.
Yeah, sing a song and it's like you're a filthy litter bug.
Now Hong Kong's like you have a $25,000 fine.
Dude, they're insane. They're
They're
if
like
you
Singapore.
spit, it's like $5,000 for spitting and stuff. But yeah, that worked. You know, and that's why Hong Kong is much cleaner than mainland China because they never had that.
No.
And in many parts of China, not all of it. If you go to the sophisticated cities, of course not. But in many parts of China, it's very normal and not even frowned upon to just throw your rubbish everywhere.
For sure.
And we found that out the like firsthand. Remember, we came down into that village and we bought some drinks from like a little shop. And we were like dying. It was like really hot on our motorcycles. And so we have these plastic things. We're like, where can we throw them? And they're like, just throw it in the river. Remember?
Yeah.
They're just like Rungdiao over there. They had this like
'Cause they'll
river
move
going
it.
past this shop. Just throw it in the river.
like, no. No.
No, we're not going to do that.
I know litter bug.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
Anyway, it's becoming a huge problem. I mean, it's still always been a huge problem.
Yeah, at least people are, I don't know, pointing it out.
Well, these are foreign broadcasts. This is a Japanese broadcast. People are just very appalled.
Yes.
A lot of people in Japan are going to China for the first time. They're like, why is it not like back home?
It also explains why in a lot of international tourist sites, you'll see a lot of litter these
For
days
sure.
when those particular demographics go abroad. Anyway, time for the actual meat and potatoes of the show. We're going to talk about the Iran situation. Soft Power Hour, where we talk about how China's trying to change your mind. And in this case, we're looking at Iranian reals.
It's real low.
Yeah.
Can you give us for us listeners out there, 1 Iranian rial? How much is that in US dollars?
Well, you know when you go to Thomas Cook or whatever, you know, like at the airport where you get an exchange?
Yeah.
So you've got 1,000 Iranian reals, reals,
Yeah.
and you say, I'd like to exchange this for US dollars, please. They'll say, sure
they'll
thing.
take it, right?
They'll take it and then stare at you
Yeah.
because they will give you nothing because it's zero right now.
Zero.
That is appalling, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't get worse, right?
Yeah. What do you do?
You're done. You got to sell. You basically got to barter assets at that point.
Yeah. Because I mean,
Pot for a
if you've
pan.
been saving all your money and you've got like, say you're thinking like, I'm secretly a millionaire. Not anymore. You're not.
You're a zero heir.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You have zero heir.
Yes.
Especially if you've been shot by the cops and army.
It's
in Iran.
appalling what's going on over there. It's like Tiananmen Square.
Yeah, so if you, for some reason, are living under Iraq right now, Iran's going through a kind of a mini revolution.
Yes.
Thousands.
He said
and
under
thousands.
Iraq, not in Iraq, by the
No,
way.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's pretty close. So,
Yeah.
cutting to the chase here, jokes aside, things are bad. Thousands and thousands of protesters are being massacred in Iran. It is very much resembling the Tiananmen Square protests, except it's more widespread across the country.
Yeah.
Here's the issue. When I start seeing, and this is when I start paying attention because of the things that we follow.
Yeah.
When I start seeing groups of Westerners that are pro-China,
Yes.
and
Tied
they
to the
have
Chinese
think
government.
tanks,
Yeah.
and they have organizations. When I see them put out public statements on their websites or on their social media, and it says, blah, blah, blah group stands with Iran's government.
Yeah, with the Iranian regime.
With the Iranian regime and China in this turmoil.
By the way, these are people that are based in China. So we know certain propagandists that are putting that stuff out, and they would only be able to make public statements like that if it was endorsed by the Chinese government.
Correct. So when I start seeing like that, the alarm bells go off, and I say, I got to figure out what the heck's going on. So we've been doing a deep dive for about 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Really ramped up our efforts here for this segment to put some scenarios out there as to why this is such a problem. If you look at this, zoom out. If we look at why China and Iran are such good friends, all you have to look at is how they run their countries.
Yep.
If we look at the Freedom Index, Iran is 11 out of 100 and China is a 9. That means they are authoritarian, autocratic dictatorships.
Yes.
They get along with each other because they can break the rules and they can have a special relationship that can avoid things like sanctions, right?
Sure.
China loves to prop up very, very, very bad dictatorships like
Correct.
Venezuela,
Yep.
like Iran,
Like North Korea.
like North Korea. Now, why China needs Iran so much is they are tied deeply, joined at the hip for their oil exports. Iran is joined at the hip with China because they got no one to sell it to, right?
Except for China.
Except for China and the other authoritarian
So
dictators.
China gets massively discounted oil,
Yes.
and they get to invade Iran with their like crappy infrastructure projects and whatever
BRI,
else.
Belt and
Yep.
Road Initiatives. And to cut to the chase here, China has become so complacent and so used to keeping this dictatorship alive, afloat, and totally fine, and publicly endorse them because they've been getting away with it for so long,
Yeah.
that when something tries to upend that, or something like a protest happens,
Yeah.
or the U.S. Threatens to step in, they are none too pleased, because it's so bad that if China got cut off from Iran's oil and energy output, exports, they actually would, their economy in China, people would feel it on the ground. It's that intertwined.
Correct.
They would actually suffer inflation and economic devastation if Iran was cut
It's
off.
interesting because for China, this has been quite a shocking month. First with the whole Venezuela thing, because they were blustering and like, oh, we are your ironclad friends, and you know the USA can't touch you because of our special radar that can detect all the stealth bombers and stealth planes and things. Failed miserably.
Yes.
They lost that like this. They lost Venezuela just like this.
Yes.
All that bluster, all that bravado, all of that, like, yeah, we can do,
$60 billion.
yeah, we can do what we want on your doorstep, American. There's nothing you could do about it. Gone.
Within
So-
2 hours.
Yeah, and so now all of a sudden, it looks like with Iran they might also lose out. Imagine they lose out
worse.
twice.
It's worse.
Far worse. They would lose all of their influence in the entire world, basically, like that.
Yes, because here's the deal. You can be on the fence about whatever you thought about the Venezuela thing.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, we think it's great to remove dictators.
I honestly think, I don't like to put up political opinions, but when it comes to Iran, I don't think you can be on the fence. I don't think anyone can support the regime.
That's crazy to support that regime. That's actually, there's no gray zone anymore.
No.
There's no gray area.
Horrible,
That means you're
horrible
tanky.
people. Horrible dictatorship,
You're tanky.
Literally just crushing the people.
Yes.
Not allowing any freedoms, making them, you know, just putting them in a bad place.
Yes.
Like they don't deserve that. Nobody should be supporting that regime.
So now that you know the basics
Yeah.
as to why China is so upset about what's happening right
Yeah.
now, let's have a little look.
Okay.
You guys may have seen some footage coming out these days about these protests. There's people taken to the streets. There are people protesting for their rights. They're trying to get back what they had, right? They
Yes.
had a successful country. They have a very educated populace.
Yes, they're very, very educated.
It is not a country that should be under this very brutal regime that is keeping everyone down. It could be a very big world player. It's got 90 million people.
Sure.
Right? This is a big country with a lot of success that could potentially be there.
Yeah.
So China is watching this from the sidelines and is very concerned because, as we'll talk about later, the very things that Iranians are protesting right now, the brutal dictatorship, the economic downturn, the inflation,
The lack of freedoms.
the lack of freedoms, all these things are things that people in China are talking about right now. They are suffering the exact same problems right now, right? But at the same time, while the rest of the world shows these images and these videos, and they show that Iran is standing up for itself, right?
Yeah.
China will go out with their foreign ministry and denounce what's not what the Iranian government's doing. Not shooting the protesters,
No.
but calling for stability and saying U.S. needs to stay out of this, and this is nobody's business.
So basically, China says, let them massacre their people.
Without saying that, yes, because that's what
In
you're
fact, they're like,
endorsing.
you know, don't interfere with them massacring their people.
Correct. In fact, there's a quote here from the foreign ministry themselves, because they put out these press conferences, right? If you go to the next slide here, you can see what they said. It's very, very different than what Europe and America is saying.
Okay.
It's very interesting and very telling. Can you read that?
Yeah, I'll get us out of here so you can see. Mao Ning, who's that smooth-faced lady that you see.
Yeah, it's just good skincare.
Yeah, she looks like a little plastic, but anyway, she says, China hopes Iran will maintain stability in the country and supports Iran in doing so. We always oppose interference in other countries' internal affairs and oppose the use or threat of force in international relations. We hope all parties will act in ways conducive to peace and stability in the Middle East.
Iran is their foothold into the Middle East
Yes.
and into the rest of the world in a lot of ways. They need it so bad. They need it so freaking bad.
Yes.
And what's interesting is the potentials here. So we talked about this for a long time. We worked out 8 scenarios on a pain scale. Can you go to the next thing?
Sure.
And the pain scale, what that's going to tell you is what might happen in Iran, because it's so crazy right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's really impossible to tell what's going to happen. But which ones would be worse for China, right? And how bad they could potentially get and why, right? So there's a pain scale. We're going to have 1 through 8, right?
Yes.
And there's going to be 4 things that drive China's pain. Number 1 is the energy shock. They need oil.
Yes.
Right? Number 2, they need shipping risks. The Strait of Hormuz is basically this little tiny area in the sea that all of the ships need to go through.
Yeah.
In conflict, what do you think would happen to that? It gets cut off. It's a choke point, right? Sanctions spill over. China cannot deal with sanctions. They need everything to go smooth.
Yeah, because China's being hit by these sanctions now too.
Yeah. If you get caught supporting a regime that's considered completely okay to hit with sanctions, what do you think? China's not going to feel that immediately?
Yeah.
And number 4, diplomatic squeeze. So if you have a situation where the whole world is telling China and the rest of the world that you can't deal with Iran anymore, and they have to, you've just been squeezed out of the entire picture.
Sure.
And China has to look like the good guy. It's actually kind of the ultimatum of China right now, is to make sure America's bad and China's good going forward. Correct. So let's go through each of these. I'll make it super succinct. So pain level 1 is this scenario. What is happening right now is a crackdown. Yeah. You have cops in the street. You have military shooting people, right? Yeah. You have this big crackdown. China's applauding this, and I'm telling you, they're
because
applauding
that's the way they deal with their own people.
Correct. They've already done this before,
and
right?
they continue
and
to do this.
now.
Yeah.
So the outcome of that is, well, you maintain the status quo. You get the authoritarian government stays in power, and that's the one they're friends with, right? Yep. So if they can maintain that and they can continue that, this is China's number 1 thing. Can you take us out of there? I'll just read the next.
Okay, sure.
So what it looks like in Iran, they're continuing to suppress protests, right? China will keep dealing with them. They'll keep getting discounted oil.
Sure.
Right? And then in the end, stability doesn't even matter at that point because the status quo hasn't changed. If the same government stays there, they don't look like the bad guys anymore because it's still it's still the functioning government.
Sure.
It's manageable long term, but it is a little risky. Short term, but a little bit risky long term because there could be more sanctions that Iran gets hit with. They will feel the cost on that.
Sure.
Right. This is what's happening now. Right. Let's go into the second scenario.
Sure.
Because things can change overnight.
Correct.
Scenario 2 is there's de-escalation, but there's no regime change. So the same crap government stays in power. Right. Yep. But at least nominally they go, hey, we'll give you a little more economic freedom to the people. Yeah. They say, hey, let's take the troops out of the street. Yeah. PR success. They're like, okay, we managed to maintain control, but we look like we're okay. We're giving some concessions to the people.
Correct. Yeah.
Things will calm down probably if that happened, right? This is actually the best case for China economically because they can actually still maintain their relationship with the government, but now they almost look like a good guy because they can go, oh, guess what? They would run a multi-million-dollar propaganda campaign if this scenario happened. They'd say, we are the reason that Iran maintains stability.
You know, something interesting, a little aside here is Iran blocked off all airplanes from being able to fly in, but Chinese planes were still flying in. Get those trackers, people have been tracking them. They tracked several Chinese planes flying in.
That's interesting.
And honestly, they're probably just supplying the military with weapons and things to kill the people.
Would you be surprised if that turned out to be the case?
Well, they shut down the internet, they're jamming all the signals. They're using Chinese jammers and stuff to do it.
They're best friends.
China is helping them massacre their populace.
Yes. And that's why they're trying to keep these 2 scenarios a realistic outcome. Yeah, because they get to stay on top. Yeah, and then at the end, like I said, you can see this image here of Wang Yi in Iran, right? Yeah. In the end, you'll have a situation where Iran looks like, it still sucks, but at least it's stable now and the killing has stopped. China will they'll make movies out of the fact that they made it stable. Yeah, they promoted the stability, right? Yeah. So for China, those are the 2 best situations. Scenario 3, you have regime change happen, and this does look how do I say, more and more likely, especially if this continues.
This would be a good outcome.
If there was some sort of situation where the West supported a proper regime change.
Yeah, even if it's not just the West, if the people themselves got to,
Yeah, I mean, instigated by this,
take over.
If there was backup.
Yeah, I just got to also throw out there, a lot of reason I think people would be against any kind of regime change is because they just simply hate the United States, and anything that opposes the United States point of view is seen as good. But you got to take yourself out of that. 100%. And me not being an American, I can do that. I can step outside and I can see, hey, listen, when the people are being oppressed and massacred and treated so poorly and they want change so badly, you should allow it. Think about it. If you were to just massacre Nelson Mandela and all of the ANC because they wanted to end apartheid, that's not good. right? You got to let the people get what they want. Like what happened in South Africa is the majority took over. The people that wanted to put an end to what they saw as tyranny, they were allowed to do it. They didn't go out and like massacre everybody who tried to change it. And, you know, I'd like to see this kind of thing, this kind of change happen in Iran because they deserve it.
For sure. The thing is, if this happened, the new government would probably be West-leaning, and China would be very upset about that because they'd lose their privilege status. They want Iran to be a poor authoritarian country so they can take advantage, right?
Correct.
That's how China operates.
Yeah, and it should be West-leaning. I mean, that's what you do.
Well, I mean, at least democracy leaning.
Yeah, democracy leaning, yeah.
The thing is, the sanctions would be lifted mostly in this scenario because you'd have a friendly government in there.
Correct.
Which would actually allow China to enter Iran in a regular business scenario, which could be a good thing for them. But then they'd be competing with Western businesses as well.
Yeah.
It could go either way. That could end up beneficial to China. I think they would prefer to operate in the current status quo.
Yeah.
Right. Strategically, it'd be cleaner for them though, because they definitely wouldn't look like a bad guy anymore. They're just on an international business stage at that point. Right?
Sure.
So let's look at pain level 4.
Okay.
Remember, these get worse for China as we go on.
Mm-hmm.
So we're halfway there. Regime change with military-led national security driven government. Unfortunately, when these regime changes happen, it's often because the military is put in place, or the outcome is the military is put in place to keep.
Yeah, like the
national
military
security.
will turn on the.
Could be that.
leader.
Could also just be that now that the regime has changed, they are worried about turmoil and chaos. So you install kind of like a military leadership that is focused on national security and less so on trade and things like that, right? And that really is not good for China.
Correct.
Because then you have a situation where they're not going to prioritize oil trade and stuff like that anymore. China could really, really feel and get squeezed out of that, because then you might have a West-leaning government in Iran with huge military backing. And if Washington says, hey, let's just squeeze China out of this scenario. And by the way, the other Gulf states and Saudi Arabia and all these countries, they hate Iran. They would love a piece of this stuff.
Sure.
So if all these buddies get together and decide to kind of divvy this stuff up, that's China's worst nightmare. It's very
Absolutely.
Bad. So it gets worse.
As far as I'm concerned, whatever's best for the people is what should happen.
Of course.
You know?
But this is about realistic
Yeah,
scenarios.
exactly. Yeah.
We live in a real world.
Of course. And, like it can all work out in that way.
Again. Yeah. Let's go to pain level 5.
Okay.
Pain level 5, you can see our poor guy on the top left. He's getting really upset. He's hurting, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what's happening below the neck there? I don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
He could be getting shocked.
I feel like he's just being forced to read Xi Jinping thought.
Dude, you're so you don't see on camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
They're holding a book in front of him. They're like, you must read this.
They're like, open your eyes.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
Like, no!
Yep.
Prolonged internal chaos. This is very bad for China. And this is a very likely scenario. Right now, we're seeing it kind of unfold into chaos, right? That could continue. And China hates chaos in other countries that could potentially be contagious.
Yeah.
Because what that actually does is it weakens the central government control. Who do you think they don't deal with the people in Iran?
That's right.
They deal with the central government, right? When you take that power away from the central government, you could have regional breakdowns. You could have breakaway regions. China can't control any of that stuff.
Yeah.
They can't deal with that unrest, right?
Nope.
They need the most easily controlled nations, like with authoritarian dictatorships, so they can force in Belt and Road Initiative deals. They can force in their bridges, roads, and their debt traps.
Yeah.
And without stability, those could be targeted for, they could destroy them. They could blow up a bridge. They could freaking take over an entire region and then take over all of the Chinese equipment that they've invested there. A pipeline to this and that. China does not want this.
Nope,
they
not
do
at
not
all.
want this.
Yeah.
This is very bad for China.
Yep.
Of course, you have hostage risks as well.
Yeah, of course. China's got, like you said, so many projects on the go there, so they could
Huge.
just come and take all their resources that they left behind. Yeah,
Yeah, what if you get some militia group that takes over half the country?
exactly.
Bye. You know
What about number 6?
Number 6, this is if there's regional conflict with Israel and the U.S., right? So there's short bursts of military strikes. Let's say the U.S. drops some bombs and tries to take out strategic areas, right?
They did that already, didn't they?
Yeah, for sure. And China was none too happy about that.
For sure.
Because China somehow adhered to this idea that Iran was never going to develop nuclear weapons, and they were only going to use it for clean nuclear energy. And they were like the only people in the world pushing that forward.
Yeah.
They get taken out, and China's like, crap. Short bursts of military strikes, you got cyber warfare, and then you have shipping risks.
Yes.
That Strait of Hormuz probably stays open, but that's where it gets really risky. If they get cut off, it's done there. That's literally game over for China and the region.
Yeah.
The oil prices will jump, and the Chinese investment becomes wildly unstable. Good luck convincing Chinese mega firms to go invest in Iran at that point.
No, it wouldn't be possible.
It wouldn't.
Yeah.
So it's super bad, very painful, maybe survivable if they could wait out the oil price and logistics nightmare. Let's go to pain level 7.
Oh, there's a level 7?
There's level 8. Remember, there's 8
Oh,
levels.
wow. Okay.
This guy's really hurting. See that? See, you can see the map there.
Yeah.
That's the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah.
That's where everything has to pass through. If there was a major regional war, that's going to target shipping. That's going to target the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah.
That's where this becomes absolutely real. 20% of petroleum liquids for the whole world passes through there. I mean,
Gotcha.
you're going to affect the whole world at that point,
Yeah.
but China's really going to feel the brunt of that.
Correct. It's such a choke point.
It is. Severe energy shock. This is in pain level 7 is where Chinese people on the ground in China are going to be poorer. They will feel poor if this happens.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And that's a nightmare for China that's already dealing with potential instability with their people.
Correct.
With economic downturn. They also might have to get involved militarily. And I'll tell you what China doesn't like to do is ever have to get involved militarily. Did you see them do all the things that they were bragging about in Venezuela? Remember they were running
Yeah.
state media campaigns to say, oh, we're going to send over our Navy.
Yeah.
Where?
They didn't do anything.
Where were they?
There's a couple of reasons for this. Number one, they don't want to be laughed at on the world stage when they fail badly because of their lack of experience and training. But it's one way to completely destroy stability within China is to send the soldiers, the only childs of the one-child policy, out
Yeah.
to die.
Yeah.
You know?
You think that's a good look in China? It's going to be a tough
The-
sell to go to Taiwan.
The entire basis of the family unit and everything is based on the Chinese government forced everybody
Yeah.
to have only one child.
Yeah.
So if you only have one child and they're now expecting you to send your one child off to die, it's going to create havoc inside of China.
Absolutely. They're going to have a hard time controlling public opinion on that
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Truly bad for China. Systemic and economic stress at home in China, which is, again, is their biggest nightmare.
Yeah, because look, that one child is your only pension.
Yes.
It's the only way to support you now that you're old.
Yep.
Because there is no social program to keep you going. Like you saw, $20 to $30 a month pension. You can't live on that. You need to have your son or your daughter and their family to look after you when you're old.
For sure. Pain level 7 or pain level 8 is the highest level.
Okay, let's
This
see.
is where we cap out.
Okay.
Now, this is in the scenario that Iran decides we're going to go nuclear again, and somehow decides, I don't care, the rest of the world be damned, we are going to take everyone out. Because, I mean, they are an unstable regime.
Yeah.
They have had inklings of doing very horrible things and
Sure.
being willing to do so. Not the people, like the top levels of
course.
government, right? So if they threaten other nations, especially in the region, you might have preemptive strikes. So you might have the U.S. going in there blowing up. You might have Israel getting in there. You might even have other Gulf states getting in there
Sure.
being like, F off Iran.
Sure.
That's enough, right? That's going to turbocharge and sanction them into oblivion.
Yeah.
And where do you think that leaves China? If they continue to back a regime that's making nuclear threats and has literally made enemies with the entire world, you're not going to look good in the UN anymore.
No.
China's priding itself on being the global, not police, but the global peace, the not peacemaker, but keep maintaining the peace.
Remember, they're the global thief and bandit.
Yes,
That's why they hate America being the global police.
Yes.
Because bandits and thieves and criminals
Don't
hate
mix.
the police.
Yeah, they don't mix, right? If China backs a threatening Iran, it would look bad in the UN and the Gulf partners. It actually might be attacked with sanctions because they're aiding. Right?
Yeah.
Why do you think, and this is a good analogy, why do you think China's so secret about helping Russia? Because if you publicly militarily help Russia, and of course we know they are, right?
Sure.
But if you publicly do those things, then you will be sanctioned for aiding the belligerent, right?
Yes,
in
yes.
that war against Ukraine. So in this scenario, if they're still like, I still need my oil, I need to help, anything they do, they get hit with secondary sanctions.
Sure.
China can't afford that right now, right? So that's the worst. You get sanctions and conflicts in one package. That's
Correct.
probably unlikely, but it is a potential,
Yeah.
So that's the pain levels of China, but I really wanted to bring it home because go ahead.
Okay.
Really, at the end of the day, what they care about right now is this.
Yes.
Iranians protesting about the same problems that Chinese people are dealing with. They do not want this to inspire anything.
Well, we showed you last week how immediately after these protests kicked off, they started to bring out the riot police in China to do drills everywhere. It's to basically put the message out that you better not try this at home.
Yes.
So we're going to shift our focus now to Thailand.
Yes.
Now, in March of last year, 2025, we covered this incident where this building collapsed. Do you remember they had an earthquake?
I do.
And the only building that collapsed was this Chinese Belt and Road thing. Okay, so I'll just quickly go over the incident here. In March 2025, an under-construction skyscraper for Thailand's state audit office collapsed after Myanmar earthquake, causing many deaths and prompting a major investigation. So to cut to the chase, they found out the tests on the steel of that collapsed building, the steel was substandard, the rebar was junk.
That's right.
Okay.
So this is Belt and Road Initiative.
Yeah, this is Belt and Road. This is tied to China's neo-colonialist bait and rob initiative, where they basically go out there and they build crappy infrastructure, put a country into debt, and they can't pay it back, and then they take like, oh, we'll have that port or that strategic area or whatever, all your minerals.
So this was in that.
Yeah, it's part of the Belt and Road. So they found out this stuff is substandard. So they then ordered investigations and they seized around 230 tons of non-compliant rebar at the border to prevent further substandard materials from entering the supply chain. But I mean, by that point, this
do you get rid of all the stuff that's there?
This crap had been flowing in for years.
Like water.
So I'd say that like maybe the majority of Chinese infrastructure projects in Thailand have been built with substandard materials.
I mean, if that happened, why not?
Yeah. Because they only found out when that building collapsed, because it was a tall one, and then they quickly rushed off and checked and like, yeah, it's crap. And then they went to stop any new ones coming in and seized the stuff that was kind of already in stock at the border. So you never know how much of the stuff was in there. So
could get relabeled too.
Right? Here's the thing: it's like a dual thing. It's like, first of all, you've got shortcuts everywhere. It's tied to China's Belt and Road Initiative, and then you've got Chinese factories like sending in fake and substandard steel, smuggling it in, and bypassing it as real and bribing people and whatever. Right. So that happened earlier. I mean, this happened early last year, right? But we've just had another incident that's tied to the Belt and Road happen in Thailand like a few days ago, like 3 days ago, basically, which I'll show you in a second. Yes, it's true. So there's this thing called the China Railway Group Limited, okay? They have many, it's like an umbrella. There's tons of little subsidiaries, but they were tied, I think it was the Railway Group number 10 was tied to that building that collapsed.
Okay.
Then there's
a commie name.
I know, right?
Number 10.
Exactly, yes. Oh, well.
People's,
yes, exactly.
People's mind.
Now, this tragedy happened, I believe 3 days ago, on the 14th. I might be a day off there.
2 days ago,
yeah. 2 days ago, sorry. Where they're building this new high-speed rail in Thailand. It's tied to that rail group in China. They did the design and they're doing the oversight and all of that. There's a Thai-Italian construction companies doing the actual building.
Yeah. They won the contract, right? Okay.
Now, the thing is, this crane collapsed. It's a gantry crane. If you don't know what that is, it's like when you're building the bridge, it like shifts over, drops the concrete things, then it kind of crawls ahead, and that's how they build it. It's pretty ingenious, and it works. I've seen them work, in China. I saw them build an entire bridge outside of my house. Unfortunately, there was a real railway underneath, as you can see here, and the crane collapsed and unfortunately smashed this train, caused it to derail, and there were 31 deaths, and I don't know if there are any more.
All pictures and footage that we show is after everything's cleaned.
Yeah, don't worry, there's no
tragedy in these photos.
Yeah, you will not see any dead bodies in this footage. But here's a little footage of the incident, like just after.
ผู้ที่ติดอยู่ในซากรถไฟนะครับแต่ไม่สามารถเข้าไปช่วยเหลือหรือกู้ร่างออกมาได้เนื่องจากว่าเครนด้านบนที่มีสีแดงๆเนี่ยนะครับเกิดเลื่อนถลายกลัวจะพังลงมาอีกครั้งหนึ่งจึงหยุดปฏิบัติวอสิทธิ์แล้วโครงสร้างทั้งหมดไม่เสถียรนี่คนทั้งเจ็บทั้งตายเยอะเลยครับวันนี้
So there you can see it from the top, just to see how crazy this is. Because what happens is these cranes are carrying big blocks of concrete, and if that falls down, that's why it derailed the train and all of that kind of stuff. A horrible tragedy. But to make it worse, the next day, there was another tragedy with the gantry crane. And this was caught here on this dash cam. I mean, 1 day later, like there's a burn your driveway.
It happened 1 day with the same problem.
Yeah, same
also
problem. Also, gantry crane collapsing.
How? So this is Belt and Road Initiative as well.
I believe so. Yeah. Again, they're building a high-speed rail thing.
Of course,
so
China Railway Group.
Yeah. It's just insane. You can see it from the side, actually. In this one, there were, I believe, 2 fatalities because it landed on some cars.
Yeah, but you don't see that.
No, we're not showing any of that. We wouldn't do that. But the other one was much bigger tragedy, of course.
Yeah, but that's crazy. 2 happened right in a row.
One after the other.
That's nuts.
I know.
Why do you think that could happen?
I mean,
I see one.
that's how it happened right there.
It's a China project, right?
Yeah, it's linked.
Yeah, so
it's a
even though the
China-linked
contractors
project.
were not China, it was the China-linked project, Belt and Road Initiative.
Well, I'll put it to you this way: if this Belt and Road Initiative wasn't building those things, hadn't been there, hadn't started this, these tragedies would have been avoided.
True.
100%.
True.
Yeah. So stay away from Belt and Road.
Ooh, Belt and Road.
Exactly.
They made a propaganda song.
They
about
did.
It. We showed years ago.
This
Bring it
is
back.
one of the biggest propaganda pushes and also the biggest neo-colonialism movement
crazy,
that we've
isn't it?
seen.
Yeah.
People thought the Europeans were bad with colonialism back in the day. This is just ridiculous.
Dude, again, I never, ever, ever like to reiterate stuff, but just go Google what China did in Zambia.
Yeah.
Just do it later, like if you haven't looked it up yet.
Yeah, it's
Do
not
it.
just there. Like if you,
This is a good example, isn't it?
yeah, that is a good example. But there have been countless situations where they've gone and done mining and just destroyed entire ecosystems, gold mining and things,
Yep.
poison rivers, divert rivers, just like ancestral homelands that were there where people used to go and make offerings and have all these traditional things they used to do. They just don't exist anymore. They've been destroyed by China.
For sure. Look up what China did in Serbia
Yeah,
with that stuff. And look
Montenegro.
up what yeah, but look up what the China Railway did in Serbia.
Yeah.
The people are none too happy.
Yeah, the Belt and Road is bad because, the problem is China is exporting its shortcuts.
Yeah.
We see things collapse in China all the time.
Must be nice to live in a real country.
Like bridges falling down, and we see lots of tragedies, all these fires, and there's a massive lack of safety, workplace safety,
Yeah.
a lot of injuries, a lot of bad things happening all the time. The fact that the coronavirus was released from the lab and all of that. They export these shortcuts when they go and work overseas, and unfortunately it results in tragedy.
Yeah.
So, probably shouldn't be allowing it if you can.
You are true.
Okay, let's move on to Worldview, everybody, where we talk about everything in the world, specifically with regards to China. And for once, we got a good outcome.
Yeah.
I complain about this a lot because we see, like they caught those guys smuggling in.
Get us out of there. No one can read it.
Yeah, exactly. But, they caught that guy smuggling in like deadly viruses and stuff, and they're like, yeah, okay, we'll just drop the charges. They catch people spying all the time, and they're like, cost companies millions of dollars in IP theft. They're like, yeah, give them 2 months in jail, or and then deport them or whatever. They always seem to get off scot-free. Kind of makes me mad.
I don't think so anymore.
Well, at least not in this case, and I can understand why. But remember, these 2 military dudes were caught for espionage. We covered this back when it happened. This guy over here squatting next to the Humvee he got like 2 years.
More than 2 years, but yeah.
Yeah, just over 2 years. Not so serious. This guy finally got 16 years in jail. And it's
Big spy case,
deserved. It's so deserved because this guy was contacted on Chinese social media by somebody who was like, oh yeah, tell me about like the movements of your ships and all that kind of thing. And he was like, yeah, he was like,
No, his friend actually said delete that content.
yeah,
Don't
his
do
friend
that.
did, but then he asked his mom, and his mom like, no, you should do it to help the motherland, and it will.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, and it will also like give you future prospects in China.
Yeah, they
Which is-
obviously got to her.
Well, no, I mean like her generation is going to be nationalist
That's
anyway.
true. That's true.
And I think he was probably like mulling it over. Should I? Shouldn't I? He spoke to his mom, and his mom like, yes, do it. It'll be good for our country. Even though this guy was a U.S. citizen by now, and he's in the Navy.
Yeah. They can sail the 7 seas.
Yeah,
actually.
exactly. So the end result was that this guy sent thousands of technical documents. Not only did he send like the routes and all the maintenance schedules and everything that the military was doing, the Navy, his ship and everything.
Yeah.
Kind of dumb sending all this to the adversary. It's your ship. Like, if war breaks out, they're going to target you. They're going to know. Anyway, but he sent a lot of very, very important information, like emergency procedures. Like what happens if there's a conflict and the boat's on fire? How do they put the fire out? How do they fix problems? How do they, you know,
It's like very useful information.
yeah, stuff that China doesn't know.
They suck at that stuff.
Yeah, but on top of that, it also helps the Chinese military because they have all these procedures like, oh, if this happens, this is how you avoid it. These are the evasive maneuvers that you take. These are the things you do, right? So, oh, go down there to fix that pipe, to do that, whatever. Like all the manuals and everything. So that would make the Chinese military far more effective in combat because they would know, okay, if we hit them on that side, they're going to do this to try and fix it. So then we know to hit them there immediately.
I see,
you know, that kind of thing.
I see.
So you're basically giving the enemy a manual on how to defeat you better.
Yes.
And he sent thousands of documents and photos, and he sent everything to this Chinese intelligence agent. And, you know, they moved over to encrypted ways to talk. And the Chinese guy was, you know, we're going to, you know, pay for you and your mother to come over, you know. And they always offer incentives in China, like, oh, yeah, we'll sort you out here. You'll have everything taken care of and all that. So, you know, he betrayed his country. Because
That's traitorous, right?
Yeah, he took an oath when he became a citizen.
Yeah.
And he took an oath when he joined the military.
Yeah.
To, you know, protect and to put America first, basically, you know, and to look out for his country. But at the end of the day, he was only looking out for China, his actual country. And his U.S. citizenship thing was probably just a convenience for him, and he didn't actually care.
Well, maybe you can get the job done, right? Makes it easier.
It made it easier for him to just get whatever.
Probably under less scrutiny if you're a citizen, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and if you get into the military, you get all these benefits and stuff. So, you know, his mom probably pushed him to do that so they could get discounts at Home Depot or something.
He only got 12 grand.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, he was. They saw that he was paid $12,000 US dollars, but you never know what's happening in China.
Yeah,
they could have bought him a house.
Yeah, that's true.
Set him up for life. Like,
you would never know.
Yeah, as soon as you're done with this, you come back. We've got everything. You know, that's usually there's 2-tier system
It's
going
an
on.
ecosystem. You know.
Yeah, it's different.
True.
Anyway, the fact of the matter is, he initially pled not guilty, but finally he admitted to it, and he's finally been given 16 years, which, to be honest, I think is even too light.
I think that's pretty bad.
16? No way. For like putting his entire country at risk, his entire military.
That's pretty long. It's like in the dearest part of your life too.
Well, don't put the entire country at risk.
Why are you arguing with me?
Give him life, dude.
Sure.
Give him life.
I can get on board with that.
Give him life. Like, we need
I'm just
more.
saying you're insatiable. This is what I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, no, honestly, when it comes to these kind of things, where this guy literally put all of his shipmates,
For sure.
The many seamen on board that ship, you know, there's tons of seamen on that. I mean, you know, there's a lot of seamen going on in that ship. A lot of seamen on that ship that are now in danger of losing their lives. And the entire military, the entire Navy, he put them at risk because he was feeding their movements and their schedules and everything to the enemy and how they operate.
Yeah.
That guy needs to go for life. And like, you need these examples so that the next dude who comes along.
Next life is not going to be enough for you.
Yeah, exactly. When the next guy comes along and his mom and they're sitting there, you know, and they're sitting there having their dinner or something, and the mom's like, yeah, maybe you should spy for the PLA. The guy will be like, well, I was going to do it, but this other guy just got 16 years, so maybe I won't.
Yeah. No, I think this is, even though it's not enough in terms of, if you look at the gravity of it, I understand what you're trying to say. That, I think 16 years is a good deterrent.
Yeah, it's at least.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's at least that's a little bit of a deterrent, you know?
A little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taiwan hails its best trade deal with the U.S. as China protests. China's none too happy. I guess
is great.
Taiwan pledged like $250 billion into America's chip industry.
That's
pretty
great.
awesome.
Excellent.
Little chip security going forward as well. We'll make.
By the way, I love their slogan: "Drive positive change."
It's nice. That's actually, you know what? In 2026, that's kind of our motto.
Bro, Taiwan is such a happy place.
Can we not get?
I'm telling you.
I know what you're trying to get to.
No, but I'm being serious. You know the first cat cafe ever?
Yeah.
It's from Taiwan.
I know, and you're edging towards something else.
What, like that? And they have these nice coffee shops with little cakes and
here
things.
We go.
Well, I'm just saying, it's a happy place, okay? It's awesome. I love Taiwan. Yeah. It's, you know, it's weird because Taiwan is what China could have been. Mm. And especially if you've been living in mainland China for so long and you're living in this, like you've been traveling around in this gritty area and you've seen like these horrendous like dog meat restaurants and stuff.
And it's polluted.
Yeah. And then you go over to Taiwan and they literally have these cat cafes, and people love their dogs so much they like have little fans to keep them cool and things like that. And you're like, what on earth is going on
pretty
here?
wild.
It's just like
the juxtaposition.
yeah,
Crazy,
it's like
you also hear Chinese.
Yes.
and you're like, what is this,
bro, same people,
Yeah.
same culture, everything, you know, but just how it could have been. And Taiwan's a beautiful place. It's an amazing place. The people are wonderful.
Yeah,
And they show the true spirit of Chinese culture,
you're true.
you know?
You're true.
Anyway,
They've
so
also
drive.
got their own culture now. 'cause they've been
Obviously.
separate for
But,
so long.
you know, like all the traditions and stuff that were lost. So drive positive change. I love it.
That is cool. That is really cool. What do we got next?
We
Beyond
got
the Great
Beyond the
Firewall.
Great
It's where we
Firewall.
translate things that you normally wouldn't be able to see from China.
Yeah.
Because they have a firewall. And this is very much the most direct Beyond the Great Firewall we've ever had. Because
Ah, yes.
I don't point it out yet. I want to see if anyone can figure this out. This is towards the bottom of our analytics page on this channel,
Yes.
which tells you which countries are watching.
Yeah.
Okay, which countries are watching you. So this is towards the bottom. This is kind of negligible, right?
Yeah, because the majority of our viewers are from the US and the UK and
Yes,
Australia
and
and so on,
Germany and
Canada.
Australia, Canada, South Korea, I think, is on there.
Mm-hmm.
So if we look at this,
This is our show that we're watching right now.
yes, what you're watching right now is every month about 3,100 people from Romania watch us.
Sure.
Every month, 3,100 people from Hong Kong watch us. Okay?
Yeah.
You got Czechia, you got Belgium, you got Spain. Okay? One of these things is not like the other.
Yes.
Can you hit play real quick?
Sure, I'll hit play.
I'll give you a little arrow here. And you'll notice something here, which says China, 1,969 people per month. Can you play again?
Sure.
There's a bit of an issue here, guys. If you're new here, guys, you'll know that you might not know that, yes, YouTube is blocked in China.
Yes.
Therefore, if you were to watch YouTube in China, it wouldn't work.
Yes, if you
Okay?
try to go to
couldn't
YouTube,
go to our show.
you can't.
Yeah.
The-
So, what do we?
Where
what's
are these 2,000 views coming from?
What's the theory here?
It's pretty simple. The only way that you can get an actual IP address coming out of China watching a YouTube video is if it's the government.
Yeah,
So the CCP watches our show, you know.
that's a lot of them apparently.
Yeah, 2,000. So
Per
these,
month.
these are the guys that are tasked with keeping an eye on us because they get unfettered access to the
Yes.
internet inside of those, like, you know, you've seen those military things where they wear a helmet and stuff and sit in front of a computer.
Yeah,
You know,
yes.
that kind of thing.
Some people think they're being clever and they say, "Oh, there are people using VPNs."
No.
a VPN changes your country.
Yes, and you can't say it's Hong Kong or something because if you look, Hong Kong is
Separate.
Is
So is
separate. It's
Macau.
over there. Yeah. No, when you use a VPN, then your IP address comes from somewhere else.
yes, a different
Okay,
country.
that's the whole point of a VPN.
Yes.
So these are only Chinese government. You know,
Most likely,
views.
unless there's some weird bot thing going on. Anyway, it
We've
could be
got
bots.
something. We got something specifically for these guys.
Yes. So this is one of the funniest things I've seen all year. I know it's not been that long of a year, but the CIA
Yes.
put out a Chinese video
Mm.
on an exact like how to contact them in,
Yes.
in Chinese. right?
Yes.
And it is very funny because everyone goes, "Oh, you guys are just, you know, the Wuma say, oh, you guys are CIA, you know, all this kind of stuff."
Yes.
So we thought it'd be funny.
Yes.
Since 2,000 government people in China have to watch our episode, they're probably
Yes.
sitting there be like, "I have to watch this dang show. This
Yeah.
sucks."
Exactly.
We figured we'd play this because this would be the target demographic.
Yeah.
right?
This is specifically for you, Chinese government officials who watch our show. If you are considering contacting the CIA and
You
sharing
wanna change
information,
sides?
if you would like to be a spy for the CIA, I encourage it. I think it's
for
great.
sure.
If I could work for the CIA, I would. Unfortunately,
You look like you could.
As much as people accuse me of that, I don't work for the CIA, but you have the chance to work for the
Yes,
CIA.
this is your opportunity. So we're gonna play this in the background. We're just gonna chat about life.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's in Chinese. You can read it,
just
and this
read
is how you contact them and stuff.
So have you been playing any video games these days?
Yeah, I
We
have.
usually talked about video games on like at least a couple years ago on the podcast. What have you been playing?
Let me rack my brain for a moment. I've been playing some adventure games again, you know,
What
going
kind?
through
Like
the old
point
thing.
and click?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, there's this company called Wadjet Eye that make a bunch of like pretty good point and click adventure games, and I've pretty much finished every single one of them. So now I'm going into the dregs, the ones I didn't want to play.
Nice.
So, I've gone through all their good ones. Now I'm like, fine. Do I have to play the one where I'm a rabbi?
Why not?
Because it doesn't interest me, you know?
Is that a game?
Yes.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, there's one where you play a rabbi and you have to save your synagogue.
That's funny.
So I'm like, what is this?
I'm about to start Suikoden 2. That
Okay.
JRPG is really cool.
Yeah.
And I'm super pumped for the new Tomb Raider coming out.
Mm.
It's like a remake of the first one.
Yeah.
And I wanted to thank you because you gave me a movie recommendation.
Oh, yes. Oh, hang on.
Did it finish?
It did finish, but while we talk about the movie recommendation, I kind of
Sure.
I want this badass logo in the background.
Okay, good idea.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Movie recommendation.
Mm.
You recommended me a movie that I watched with my family, which was really good, and I had always overlooked it in the past. It was
Yeah.
Willow.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Yeah,
Very
it's
fun
awesome.
movie.
Willow's great.
Underrated, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Kind of like Lord of the Rings Light.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a bunch of short characters.
Yes.
And they have to go on an adventure to save stuff.
It's awesome. It's got
very
Val
similar.
Kilmer in it,
Yeah.
you know, in his prime.
Very good
Yeah.
movie.
I
thought it was
love
good.
that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should check out Flight of the Navigator.
I put that on the list, actually.
Good
Yeah.
stuff. You got any recommendations?
For movies, actually, you know what? I have a show recommendation. I've been watching some shows I missed, especially because I was in like China or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a show called Pushing Daisies, which came out. Actually, it might have been like 2005, 2007 or something. But it's about a guy, and he got this power when he was a kid. But basically, when someone dies, if he touches them, they go back to life. But if he doesn't touch them again, which kills them, puts them back in their place,
Okay.
then something else dies.
Oh.
So he only has like a minute to go like solve crimes and stuff. And basically he'll go and touch someone. They'll wake up and be like, yeah, I actually got murdered by this person. And then he kills him again.
Oh,
and
interesting.
Solve it.
That's an
But it,
interesting
like, unravels
concept.
into weird stuff.
Huh.
And the girl that he's in love with,
Mm.
she dies and he brings her back to life. And she stays alive, but he can't touch her.
Oh,
ever
interesting.
Again, right? But they fall in love. It's kind of interesting.
That's an interesting
Cool show.
concept.
It's a cool
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's continue on.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Oh,
sticker
it's a sticker
time.
championship.
Okay, let's do it, guys. This is who somebody gets to win 5 stickers. Let's do it.
Woo!
Who's the lucky winner?
You get 5 stickers sent to you. You can do whatever you want with them. You can tell us, you can show us where you put them, or you can keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Spread the word. It's Samantha Bulfer. Thank you very
Well,
much.
congratulations, Samantha Bolfer.
You are the winner.
Yes.
Someone will get a hold of you.
Someone will get a hold of you. You'll get your stickers. Feel free to stick them wherever you like. Hey, if you want to put them on your water bottle or somewhere interesting, take a photo and share it with the Discord.
For sure.
That'd be awesome.
Somebody sent a really funny one, but I don't know if they want us to share it, but it's very funny.
Oh, okay.
It's very funny. If they do want us to share, we're sharing it.
Yeah, we'd love to share some of them in the future.
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. Let's move on. It is a Yamcha time. This is our questions and answers segment where we answer your questions and you question our answers. And because it's Friday, as usual, it's time to loosen the tie, relax, grab a beverage of your choice or whatever you want to do. Don't if you're not thirsty, obviously. That'd be dumb.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm so full.
I'm so full. I'm just
full of liquid.
grab, Anyway, do whatever it is you like. If you're not watching live or on the weekend, we cut the Q&A out on Monday. So for those of you who are watching next week sometime, I guess, farewell, stay awesome. And for everyone else, let's get into it.
Yes.